everyone, Josh Silverman of Constant Calibrating here at RTX with Kevin, the CEO of StackUp. How has RTX been treating you so far?
It has been phenomenal. The warm welcome and the amazing inclusion that the gaming community has provided our veterans and our organization has just been, it's been astounding.
Well, the Rooster Teeth community in general is a very loving community. They're one of the people who they find the things they like, and if they see people who are appreciating others as well. They love charitable stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So they see that and they latch onto it and they show affection always. And then in general, even the not direct Rooster Teeth community, just the people who come to RTX as a gaming convention, also we seem to get like the best energy at this event.
That's what we're hoping for. We actually are doing a fundraiser with Rooster Teeth at the end of this month.
So
we coming to this event, it was really interesting. There was a lot lower of a developer presence than we're used to.
Yeah.
So we were a little bit concerned that we would not have the same interaction we would normally. But instead, honestly, the community interaction has been 10 times any other event I've been into in the last year with StackUp, and it's been amazing.
Yeah, people just, well, I mean, you got this push-up contest going on over here. You're offering a free game if people break the certain thresholds.
We actually have a surprise event we'll be doing tomorrow, since we have this amazingly open space that was donated to us. If you're a cornhole fan, you should stop by.
Okay, that's pretty cool. So tell me a little bit about StackUp. How did the organization start, and like what is your objective, I guess you could say?
So the organization started in response to a need that a lot of us identified was not being met. And that was the gaming community is an extremely passionate and honestly very in-depth community that we've seen $1 million Kickstarters, we've seen things that haven't existed for decades come back just out of nostalgia. So we thought about it and we're like, what better reason to harness that energy, that passion, than to help the men and women that honestly we're here because of them. We're safe because of them.
Pretty much.
And they need help too.
No, that makes a lot of sense. So, then, well, where does that help come in? How do you work with veterans? How do you work with the gaming community as well?
We have 3 core missions. The first one is our Stacks program. It's our local community outreach program. You'll find them in cities and towns all throughout the U.S., as well as Canada, Britain, and Australia.
Okay.
We work not only with U.S. troops, but also NATO allies and ANZAC allies. And those are the folks that their job, a lot of folks think, oh, these are the guys you send out knocking on doors, handing out flyers. When in all actuality, what they do is their job is to go out and enrich their community. We actually tell them, focus on doing things not on our behalf, but on things that are going to motivate your community to step up and help veterans as well. Volunteering at military hospitals, spending time with the IAPA people, honestly, even just cleaning up the military cemeteries, making sure there's not trash and stuff like that. Those are things we have those groups look for. We also have our supply crates program, where we send huge big old boxes of game systems, video games, you name it, to guys overseas to help them de-stress. The idea being, if they're less stressed, it's less likely they're going to come back with some form of anxiety-based disorder like PTSD.
Yeah.
Thirdly, as you've met some of our awesome guys here today, is our Air Souls program. My personal favorite part of working here. It's where we pick 2 folks, we bring them out to amazing, huge events like this, and we get to do everything with our power to show them the coolest, most backstage pass style time we possibly can. We take them to the parties, we have them do all the cool games. E3, they got to do some stuff that I had to sign NDAs to even to go into the room.
That's really some awesome stuff. I mean, stuff that everyone else would be jealous about, and they're getting into these.
You know, if you're a fan of, Dreadnought or Grey Goo, more of a current game, 3 years ago, I got to play that game in a tiny back room demo on the 3rd floor E3. But that's the kind of access that the gaming community has allowed these guys to be a part of. And it's amazing. It includes them. And the best part is, and honestly, in my opinion, the most rewarding part is, at the end of the trip, we put together a swag bag that we've put some items together, and the actual gaming community at the event has donated. This one, for example, make sure none of them are close enough to hear it so it's spoiled. DX Racer has hooked us up with chairs for our guys.
Shit.
Literally, these folks go big, and they don't bother going home.
That's pretty awesome.
Without at least a ton of stuff.
No, that right there alone, regardless, I'm sure other stuff, but that right there is a big ticket, nice item. Especially for gaming people or anyone. I mean, honestly, even just not gaming, I've sat in one of those chairs. Even just sitting in one of those chairs to do writing is comfortable. So
PAX East, Astro hooked them up with the brand new 850s.
Okay.
E3, our guys actually got added to the new 850s that are coming out later on this fall. They will be one of the first 100 folks to get access to those headsets.
So that's really cool that you're providing that for for these people. It's an awesome thing.
I don't like correcting people, but the one thing I would want to point out is we're not the ones providing it.
Okay,
it's
fair.
the gaming industry that's supporting these veterans at our request.
Exactly. So you're providing the outlet to allow people to then do it.
Exactly.
Better wording.
And I only say that because I want to make sure that folks understand the importance of what we do is we help the gaming community help veterans.
Yeah.
We give them a way, like you said, an outlet or a source that they can take that energy.
You create the recognition, essentially, that this is a need that needs to be met.
Exactly.
And then you just open the door and just let people do what you hope they should be doing.
And people have been doing amazing things.
That's outstanding. So you mentioned something you're doing with Rooster Teeth at the end of the month. Can you talk about that a little bit? Anything?
Yeah, we can talk about that. Sure.
Yeah.
So later on this month, I can't tell you the exact date yet because we are waiting for them to announce it, hopefully by the end of this weekend here at RTX. I would say stick tuned to the end of the month. Look around the second last weekend. It will be a slam-packed, full-day event. Everyone from the Giant Bomb guys to the Kind of Funny guys, the big heavy hitters are coming out to support the vets.
That's awesome. That sounds like a really great event. I'm glad. Rooster Teeth has been great with their charitable work over the last. They've really built on this over the last few years. They have. And it's been outstanding to see them do this kind of stuff. And we are blessed
to be a part of it. Honestly, we are. And we're very thankful.
Well, the best part about it is it's not how they get people interested. Is it's not just purely. Sadly, the truth is, you say charity to some people and they're kind of like, but they provide an entertainment, and a reason. I mean, it's the old classic Jerry Lewis telethons, except for modern gamers and things like that who like to curse a lot.
Exactly.
But it's for that generation, and they found an evolution of it.
I now have this mental image of Jerry Lewis talking about like 360 no scoping people in my head, and it's blowing my mind.
That's way tamer than where my brain went,
good
so
Lord,
I appreciate I appreciate that. Okay, so where can people find if they want to be involved or just be aware of what you guys are doing? Where can they find you?
So stack-up.org, as you can see on the shirt here. Best place. We have all of our information. We have an interactive map that'll show you where all of our local groups are.
Okay.
It'll even put you in contact with the leaders of those local groups. All those emails go through all of HQ and those local leaders, so you'll get to be introduced to and meet everyone. Every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. EST, we have our board, as in I'm bored of this meeting, where something that I feel is really special about what we do that I don't see anyone else doing. It's a publicly open meeting. It's also held on Twitch as well. You can show up, you hear the updates on what's going on in the last week, what's going on in the next week, the big ticket items, but the most important thing, myself as the COO, the charity's founder, all of our high scale management, everyone is there for questions and comments and concerns open to the public. We have a full 10 minutes minimum open QA session at the end of every meeting where we let folks have direct access to us to ask all the questions and talk about all the things they want to know about.
That's outstanding. So you just have that transparency, just so people are just aware of what's going on.
You can't have a large group like this without making sure everyone is involved.
Yeah.
Keeping people involved is one of the key characteristics of running a charity, and we want to make sure when folks are involved, they're not involved because they feel obligated. They're involved because they feel passionate.
That makes a lot of sense. So, outstanding. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me. So, for us, if you're interested, we're Constantly Calibrating. ConstantCalibrating.com is where you can find all of our stuff. In addition, twitch.tv/ConstantCalibrating. We do Monday night podcast, 10:15 p.m. Eastern. We do weekend stuff. We're going to be adding some more shows over the rest of the summer. So keep an eye on all that stuff. And then one final time, thank you, and bid you good sign off.
Appreciate it.